Chris and Jen have been schedulers for quite a few years here. They've stuck it out through the toughest of times. So we deal with them really on a daily basis. In a time of confusion and multiple reschedulings, it's almost a daily process to try to accommodate the patients who need urgent care.
They are dealing with the confines of the schedule of the operating room and the pressure from the surgeons in the surgeon's office. So I mean, their leadership is paramount in making my operating room run in its most efficient state without creating a lot of anxiety. They're at the cutting edge of the operating room.
Chris and Jen are trusted and respected by not only their teammates, but the surgeons as well. They will call Jen and Chris when they need to get a case on the schedule, if they need to move things around, and Chris and Jen will just take it and they will run with it and make sure that the patient gets scheduled. As far as compassion goes, they always are thinking the patients first.
Jen and Chris and I have been bonded for a long time, and we evolved through the operating room and the schedule. We interact almost daily and trying to figure out the jigsaw puzzle of a schedule and schedulers, OR, staff, and anesthesia.
They are our wonderful OR schedulers. In addition to scheduling for the OR, they also have the impressive task of supporting our OR nursing team and making sure we capture charges for all of our surgeries. The two of them have an incredible role. They make sure that the patients who need us most get our services first. And that does require them occasionally to have to say no to people. Saying no to surgeons is something that only expert level legendary folks are probably capable of doing.
These two know their roles. They know what each of their strengths are, and they're comfortable with relying on one another. It's amazing, and it is across the board. I've never seen such an unwavering representation of teamwork. Innovation, every single day it is, how do I make the impossible possible? The patient is always first. It truly drives their efforts each and every day.
Teamwork really has been the key here. It's a lot of different areas that have come together, and we've had to bring all these different areas in that don't always necessarily work together to make everything work. With the surgical schedule, you're touching every single part of this organization. They've really done a good job. They've led our patient selection committee with us, reporting cases out to everyone daily. We've also had multiple meetings with all the service line leaders to really rally around them and figure out how we get volume into the organization.
We started to do the Ambulatory Surgery Center opening 2 weeks before it was actually to be open. So they essentially had to fill the Ambulatory Surgery Center with patients, with procedures within 2 weeks, which, if you're aware of surgery scheduling, is pretty impressive. And the fact that they were able to do this efficiently, effectively, and with minimal disruption to patient care would exemplify their leadership and how that happened.
Every day, I think, is a challenge for Jen and Chris. The most recent challenge I think they had to solve was the AmSurg Center opening and trying to stagger some of the cases from PGH and Wilson and convince some physicians that it's in their best interest and patients' best interest to get over there. And it's still a work in progress, but they're definitely at the front dealing with it.
Most rewarding thing about my job here at UHS has always been just being able to help people. I don't have a lot of direct patient contact in the role that I'm in now, but I always try to keep in the forefront the fact that when I'm trying to manage access or create time for our surgeons, that there is always a patient behind that task, and that is our ultimate goal, is to be able to take care of our community's healthcare needs.
In our office, we schedule the case, so it kind of begins with us, and we also do the auditing of the charges, so it kind of ends with us too. So it starts and ends with us.
My hope for UHS is to stay as the OR scheduler until I retire for another, I won't say how long. I just would like to help to continue and grow UHS as to be the best healthcare facility that we can be.
It was never more evident than over the last few years of how many people have to work together to have a successful outcome. And the last couple years have been trying for everybody, obviously, and it's really made me see a great team come together, and I'm proud of that.
I am just so grateful to whoever thought to nominate these girls. I adore them. It's really a pleasure to work through such difficult times with these ladies. They're amazing. So deserved.
Congratulations on this award. You guys deserve it, absolutely. I'm so proud.
You're highly valued by everybody who works in the hospital and particularly in the operating room, and that we thank you immensely for all that you've done over the years in times that were obviously difficult.
I mean, I've worked with them so long. This award is long overdue. You are the hidden force behind the operating room, and I can't think of two people that take on more burden dealing with issues who deserve this more. So congratulations, you two, and keep up the good work, and you're not permitted to leave your jobs until I have my second retirement, okay?
Jen and Chris, you guys deserve this award. I'm honored to be able to work with you guys literally almost every day, and I appreciate everything you've done for us, and I'm glad that you're being recognized deservedly.
I would definitely like to congratulate them and really appreciate the work they've done. Cannot thank them enough for helping us make sure that this community got taken care of from a procedural perspective. So we can't say enough about what they've done for us.
A huge congratulations to Chris and Jen. It has not been an easy couple years with COVID going on, so huge shout out to them for staying strong and making this work.
I'd like to say congratulations to Chris and Jen and Chris. I think the two of them are the most deserving of this award, and we're very proud to have them on our team.